Hello everyone, myself Vaibhav Verma and I am a part of Lexis and Company as a legal intern. Today I am going to talk about on a topic that is contract of guarantee under Indian Contract Act 1872. So what is guarantee? The term guarantee defined as the assurance that a legal contract will be duly enforced. The term guarantee means a formal assurance that certain condition will be fulfilled. Contract of guarantee is a special kind of contract and it is governed by the Indian Contract Act 1872. Such contracts are mostly required in cases where a party requires a loan, goods or employment. Under this contract, there are three parties under which the guarantor in such contract assure the creditor that the person that may be trusted, and in case of any default, he shall undertake the responsibility to pay. Thus, we can say that contract of guarantee is invisible security given to the creditor. Section 126 of the Indian Contract Act defines a contract of guarantee, which is as a contract to perform the promise or discharge the liability of the defaulting party in case he fails to fulfill his promise. For example, A advances a loan of rupees 10,000 to B and C promises A that if B does not repay the loan, then C will repay it. This is the contract of guarantee, and this involves three parties, namely surety, principal debtor and creditor. Now let's see who are these parties and what are their roles. Number one, principal debtor, the one who borrows or is liable to pay or whose default the guarantee is given. Number two, creditor, the party who gives something of value to borrow and stand to receive the payment for such a thing and to whom the guarantee is given. And last one is surety or guarantor, the person who gives the guarantee to pay in case of default of the principal debtor. A contract of guarantee may either be oral or written. Let's see another example. A supplies goods to B on C's guaranteeing payment by B to A. This means that if A does not pay, C would be liable to pay. This is the contract of guarantee. Here B is the principal debtor, C is the surety and A is the creditor. A contract of guarantee may be either oral or written, and just like any other contract, it should also fulfill the essentials of a valid contract. Now let's see what are the essentials of contract of guarantee. Number one essential is this must be made with the agreement of all three parties. All the three parties to the contract, that is principal debtor, creditor and surety, must agree to make such a contract with agreement of each other. For example, A lends money to B, A is the creditor and B is the principal debtor. A approaches D to act as the surety without any information to B, and D agrees. This is not valid. The communication of the surety with the creditor to enter into a contract of guarantee without the knowledge of the principal debtor will not constitute a contract of guarantee. Second essential is consideration. There must be consideration between the creditor and the surety so as to make the contract enforceable, and such consideration must be lawful. And third essential is liability. In a contract of guarantee, liability of the surety is secondary, that is the creditor must first proceed against the principal debtor. If the debtor does not perform his promise, then only the creditor can proceed against the surety. Fourth essential is existence of a debt. A contract of guarantee presupposes the existence of a liability which is enforceable at law. If no such liability exists, there can be no contract of guarantee. Thus, where the debt which is sought to be guaranteed is already time barred or void, the surety is not liable. Fifth essential is writing not necessary. A contract of guarantee may be oral or written. It may be express or implied from the conduct of the party. So Sixth essential is essentials of a valid contract. Contract of guarantee must have all the essentials of a valid contract. Seventh essential is no concealment of fact. The creditor should disclose to the surety the facts that are likely to be affected the surety's liability. The guarantee obtained by the concealment of such a fact is invalid. So, the guarantee is invalid if the creditor obtain it by the concealment of material fact. And last essential is no misrepresentation. The guarantee should not be obtained by misrepresenting the fact to the surety. Though the contract of guarantee is not a contract of overime fide, that is of absolute good faith, and thus does not require complete disclosure of all material facts by the principal debtor or creditor to the surety before he enters into a contract. The fact that are likely to be affect the extent of surety's responsibility must be truly represented. I hope you like the video. Thank you.